Okay, Don Smith Series Dee. Yeah, Series Dee. D. They spelled out the letter D. You talk about gringo as hell. What the fuck is this shit? Alright, Don Smith. I'm not entirely too familiar with this particular brand. So far, this is the only cigar that I know they have. This is a 7x50 Churchill. Part of a sampler pack. They had a number of El Cheapos in it, and this is no exception. I've noticed that I've kind of actually look away from the camera. You notice the wrapper is a little off on the back, or not the wrapper, the band, I should say. So, kind of a little curious about the overall production quality of this wrapper. Seems to be a little on the veiny side. Decent seams, you know, moderately firm pack, nothing really squishy or anything. A little on the lumpy side. Seems to have a double cap. Almost looks like a triple cap, but it's like freaking huge. Comes down to like here. Huge cap. Huge double cap, I think. I think it's a double. It looks like a triple, but it could be, I think it's more likely a double. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get this cut and lit and get back to you once everything's rocking and rolling. Alright, so I officially cut this with probably the worst cutter in the world, which is a really cheap single guillotine that I was kind of not looking to fill up my pockets with all kinds of stuff, so I used the cheapest little $1 cutter, and I got kind of, well, it's cut. Anyway, flavors come off the foot. A little peppery, a little spicy, kind of a little bit of a tingle in the back of the throat. Kind of a spicy, peppery thing. Right off the foot, I'm getting kind of, what is that? Kind of, I guess, a leathery kind of note. Kind of an earthy leather. Not bad. Yeah, it's kind of a leathery quality. Alright, so far so good. Get back to you after about an inch. Alright, so getting up to about a 1 inch point. Everything from the light's kind of mellowed. So whatever's there is probably going to be here for a bit. So far, everything seems to have a subtle spice. It's noticeable. It's definitely not harsh or anything like that, but there's definitely a little spicy pepperiness going on, plus a major leather tone, which is actually kind of nice. If you like leather, this is actually not bad. I tend to prefer sweeter, more chocolatey, cocoa-y kind of things, occasionally coffee-ish, but you know, it's good. Finish seems to be kind of short and sweet. Well, not sweet, but you know, short to the point, I should say. Not really noticing a whole lot else going on in the smoke. Just kind of spicy leather. And I think my burn's going okay, but it's kind of getting a little wonky. That might be because of the fact there's been a little bit of a breeze. It's one of the hazards of living in Colorado. So occasionally you'll have 70 degrees, and then like 2 days later, two days later, it'll drop to like 20, and you'll have like 20 inches of white bullshit, also known as snow. And I'm about to walk into a tunnel, so I'll go ahead and end this segment right now, because it's going to get really echoey. I'll get back to you about the halfway point. Ooh, walk into the light! Holy shit! Okay. Not quite the halfway point, just about. The ash just flopped off. Nice big chunk. I had to do a nice big touch-up on it. I don't know if that's because of the wind, or if I got a screwed up light. I can guarantee you it's not a humidity problem. It's been in the humidor long enough that it should not be humidification issues. And there's 2 geese over there that are probably going to try to bum rush me. Yeah, I actually yesterday almost got charged by a goose. And that goose almost turned into a feathered football. But, yeah. I don't know if I got him in frame or not. I'm just kind of going by whatever. I'm kind of guessing because I'm actually staring directly into my camera. But yeah, flavors up to this point have been pretty consistent. I've been noticing, along with that leather, a sweet but also kind of bitter like, you know, would not be uncommon for like an ale bitterness. It's not bad, but it's not, you know, it's not like overpowering or anything. It's just, it's kind of odd. I don't know if you heard that whiny ass car, but yeah, we got people around here that think they're tuners and don't quite get it. Well, anyway, yeah, this is about the halfway point. I'm gonna keep smoking this down, see if anything changes. I'm not really anticipating anything change, you know, any real big transitions or anything. This is an old cheapo stick, and so far it's kind of performing about like that. But like I said, the flavors are still pretty much leather, but there's a slight sweet bitter thing, which is weird, but interesting. Anyway, I'll get back to you kind of about in here-ish, I guess, about close to where the band is. We'll see how it goes. Just had to take a quick second here. I know it's like in the middle of the front range. There's like a big old highway just out of frame. But I just kind of wanted to show off a nice little creek here. This kind of before everything greens up. Yeah, once things start getting a little warmer, a little more precip around, I think this little little stream here will actually end up getting very nice, very green, and it'll end up being a rather lovely place to take a walk, which is what a lot of people do around here, or bike. They've been really pushing the bike thing, and I just wanted to show off a little bit of nature, right in the middle of well, everybody's backyard basically. I just thought this was kind of cool. Okay, getting down to about the band point, I've noticed the leather note has really died off. There's a little bit more of a spice thing. There's also apparently kind of a weird note that's almost floral, kind of cinnamon candy-ish. It's really difficult to describe because I'm not entirely sure how it works. After the halfway point, the retrohale got just uber-duper cinnamon spicy, just burn your nose out. Before the halfway point, the retrohale was barely making any flavors at all, or any notes, scents, whatever. One is, before the halfway point, there was almost nothing in the retrohale. Afterwards, it about set my nose on fire. So be kind of careful when retrohaling on this sucker. I've had to do a number of touch-ups. I don't know if this is just a fucked up light, a little bit of a breeze, or if it's just a construction issue, but I've had to do a number of touch-ups. Nowhere near as bad as some of the other El Cheapos I've done, like the Oro Cabano, piece of shit. This has, I'm kind of blaming my lighters and a slight breeze for that, and I hope I'm not going to get rained on out here. But anyway, this is about the band point. At this point, things start getting warmed up, and you just get that washed out, hot tobacco flavor. So I'm basically going to go ahead and end the video here. If anything changes, I'll go ahead and like put in a subtitle or something underneath. I'm not really expecting a whole lot of anything different because it is a cheap stick, and cheap sticks tend to be pretty one-dimensional. This has been, you know, there's still a little bit of leather, but it's kind of died down a little bit. It's more of a spicy note. Predominant flavors overall, kind of a spicy leather, and it's one of those cigars that I could definitely recommend getting one of these if you're on a budget and you just want something to smoke during the day that's kind of leathery, kind of has that kind of cowpoke feel to it, but doesn't really get in the way of your day. You know, something that smoke while you're like, well, like I'm doing on the sticks, or if you're just like, you know, trimming the bushes, mowing the lawn, something like that. You want to keep the bugs off you or something. I mean, it's not bad. It's not my particular flavor. I don't particularly care for leather. I like if it's not like a sweet dessert stick, I like more of the kind of cedary notes. Just I like sweet, basically. But this is definitely not sweet. There is some kind of notes that may be kind of sweet-ish, but otherwise, it's been predominantly just kind of a spicy leather, predominantly throughout. The spiciness kind of ranks up, you know, a little bit after about the halfway point. Make sure it doesn't wet on me. But overall, right about the band point, you start noticing more or less just the clean tobacco and it's really muted. Pretty much everything. Finish kind of lingers for a little bit, but other than that, you know, it's not bad. Like I said, I definitely recommend these for people that like leather notes and are just looking for something cheap that you can smoke that's gonna allow you to think and not really get in the way of your day. Other than that, that's pretty much all I got. All right, I'm gonna smoke this down, and if, like I said, if anything changes, I'll throw a subtitle in. Other than that, I'll see you next time.